Hello and welcome to session 3 of the intro series. So for today, we're just going to kind of be warming up and reviewing a few of the things that we have already learned in the previous 2 sessions. And we'll be introducing a few more poses and some other movements and actions, okay? So let's get started by coming to the top of your mat. And we're going to start with a standing centering. Usually centerings are done sitting down. Sometimes you'll find some teachers do some standings. I do standing openings and centerings. So that's what we're going to be doing to start today. So soften your knees, separate your feet inner hip distance apart, like mountain pose, Tadasana. Spread your toes and really feel your feet rooted and grounded on the earth beneath you. Okay. Breathe here for a moment. I'm going to turn one light on. And as you stand, breathe here. Soften your knees. Move the fronts of the thighs back. Yeah, head of the femur bone inside the hip socket. Create space for your low back. Navel in, front ribs back, shoulders back, chin tucked in. Palms facing forward and close your eyes. Tune into your breath. And toning the muscles at the back of your throat, begin to do Ujjayi Pranayama. So create sound as you inhale and exhale. Keep breathing the same way as you bring one hand to your belly below your navel and another one to your chest, in the center of the chest, in the heart area. And continue to breathe Ujjayi for a few more rounds. As you inhale, create sound with the muscles at the back of your throat. Gentle pause at the top of the inhale and exhale. And gentle pause at the bottom of the exhale. Do that a couple more times. Inhale fully. Gentle pause at the top. Exhale. Gentle pause at the bottom. Once more, inhale. Pause. Exhale. And pause. Continue the same way. At your own pace, feeling the weight of your body resting on your feet, the support of the earth beneath you, your belly and chest moving into your hands with the natural flow of your breath. Well, not natural, but the flow of your breath in your Ujjayi Pranayama. You can even perhaps feel your heart beating. You anchor your attention, your awareness into your body, your breath, to remain present and rooted in the here and now. And gently releasing your arms down by the sides of your body, open your eyes. If you're not at the top of your mat, please come to the top of your mat. Make sure you have your 2 blocks handy, your strap and your blanket. And as you come to the front of your mat and separate your feet inner hip distance apart, again, soften your knees, thighs back, engage your core, navel and ribs in and back. Few movements with breath. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, look up. Exhale, release your arms down by the sides of your body. Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Pause at the top. Exhale, release your arms back down. Mountain pose. Pause at the bottom of the exhale. Couple more times. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Top of the inhale as you come all the way up. And exhale, arms back down. Use the entire length of your exhalation to lower your arms. Pause at the bottom of the exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Very good. We're going to start adding movement here. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive down, standing forward bend Uttanasana. So bend your knees, fronts of the thighs back. You stick your booty back to bring your belly to your thighs. And you have the blocks there if you need them. Remember, you can use them at any height. Tall, medium, low. And bend your knees as much as you need to so that your belly is resting on top of your thighs. Then inhale, lift your head, straight arms. Fronts of the thighs move back, long spine, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold over your legs, bend your elbows. 2 more just like that. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Fronts of the thighs back, long spine, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend your elbows to fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Once more. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Very good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your hips. Point your elbows and shoulders up, away from the floor. Pressing down to your feet. Lift your chest. Straighten your legs. Come all the way back up to standing. Grab your 2 blocks and place them on the long edge of your mat, like so. And we're going to do one pose we learned last time. Wide-legged standing forward bend, Prasarita Padottanasana. So align your heels with the back end of your mat and spread your legs in a wide stance. So remember to measure the wide stance, arms out by the sides. If you were to draw an imaginary line from the wrist, it would land at your ankles, right there. Spread your toes actively. Very good. Press the pinky toe sides of your feet down into the earth. Bring your hands to your hips. Imagine you have the block in between your inner legs, so you gently squeeze the block with your legs drawing towards one another. The fronts of the thighs move back, head of the femur bone inside the hip socket, elbows back, shoulders back, navel in, fold forward. Keep your hands on your hips to start. Yeah, long spine. Keep your spine as long as it is as you bring your hands to the blocks in front of you. Yeah, so make sure your hands are outer shoulder distance apart, not too wide, not too close, outer shoulder. You may have your blocks a little lower, but you don't need that much height. If you, wherever you are with the blocks, if you're rounding your back, bend your knees, move the fronts of the thighs back, keeping your knees bent so that your spine is long. You're not rounded. What we're trying to create is space and freedom. So again, hug your legs in, fronts of the thighs, move back. You tilt your pelvis and lengthen your spine. Very well. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your hips, put your shoulders and elbows up. And as you press it down to your feet, lift your chest, come up to standing. Toe, heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. Deepen your breath. That's sort of the review, things that you already learned and a little bit of a warm-up. Now we're going to move into the new things that we're going to be learning today. So I have my cheat sheet here. I'm coming to my computer to see. Okay, so the next pose is tree pose Vrikshasana. And I'm gonna just move a little closer towards the camera. You can stay where you are or come forward closer if you want to see it from a little bit closer. And to start, this is a pose, it's a standing balance. So if you're not familiar with standing balances and you're gonna be struggling, you can touch a wall or a chair. You can just like hold on to something. I have a chair right here, so I'm holding right here, or a wall, whatever works for you. It can even be like this, right? So big toes touching. I would actually, if you've never done this or you're unfamiliar with this, I highly recommend going to a wall straight away or holding onto a chair or something straight away. And big toes touching, you squeeze the midline with your legs. Take a deep breath in, soften your knees. Shoulders back, thighs back, belly and ribs in. Very good. Now, so you're holding on to something, right? Maybe. And right hand on the right hip. Lift the right heel up, bending the knee. Turn the toes out 90 degrees. So when you turn the toes out, you're moving from the hip, rotating outwardly. And you want that right heel to come to the inner left calf, like that, yeah? And the knee rotated outwardly. So for some of you, it would be like pointing more forward. That's just tight hips. So move your thighs back wherever you are, navel in, and see if you can push that right knee gently further back. Very good. If you need the wall, keep your hand on the wall, otherwise hands to your hips. Very good. You can stay right there. Another option would be to bring the foot to the upper inner calf below the knee, never on the knee, below the knee. And again, that right knee moves back. So either low or here, or bring the foot to the upper inner left thigh. Yeah. And wherever you are, hand on the wall or not, both hands on your hips, one hand on the hip, whatever variation you're doing with the foot, low, medium, or high, your bottom foot is steady and strong, pressing into the earth. The bottom leg, the left leg, presses into the right foot, right? Presses into the right foot, wherever your foot is. And I'm changing so you can kind of see. And that right foot pushes into the left leg, wherever you are. Very good. And then come back to center. Shake your legs. Okay, spread your toes. Big toes touching. Soften your knees, inhale. Thighs back, shoulders back. Navel and ribs in. Hands to your hips. Hold on to something if you need to. Lifting the left heel up, bend the left knee, turn the toes up 90 degrees. Start right here. The right leg presses into the left foot into the leg. It's an external rotation of the hip. Even though you're thinking that you're moving your foot, you're also moving your leg from the hip. Yeah, you can stay here or do variation number 2. Foot into the inner calf or foot up to the upper inner right thigh. Wherever you are, the standing leg presses into the foot into the leg, thighs back, left knee moving back, belly in. So I'm just doing the 3 different versions, so wherever you are, you can relate to what we're doing. And release. Shake your legs. 3 pose Vrikshasana, okay? The next pose we are going to be learning is not necessarily a pose in itself, it's just sort of a transition to get into some other poses, okay? So you come back to the long edge of your mat and take a wide stance. So you can stretch your arms out to measure your legs. Once more, spread your toes. Spread your toes and put weight on the pinky toe sides of your feet. Really, think about that. You keep the base of the big toes and the inner heels rooted, but you also, just because of the shape of this, where your legs are and where your feet are, there's more weight that tends to go into the inner edges of your feet. So you put weight into the outer edges of your feet. Okay, so Utthita Hasta Padasana is just sort of like the same pose, only with one foot turned out to a 90-degree angle. So you're gonna lift the left heel up, bending the knee, pivot on the ball of the foot to turn the toes out 90 degrees with straight leg. Yeah, like that. And then lift the heel up, pivot on the ball of the foot to turn the toes forward, toe heel back to center. We'll try that again. So what you're doing really, so now I'm going to show it, you can take a little pause here and see. When I say Lift the heel up. I'm lifting. So when you lift the heel, you bend the knee, right? So lift the heel up, bend the knee. Pivot on the ball of the foot. So my heel is not on the ground. Only the ball of my foot is on the ground, and I'm sliding and rotating from there, right? So lift the heel, bend the knee, pivot on the ball of the foot to turn the toes out 90 degrees. Yeah. So straight, 90. Yeah. I'm gonna try that again on the other side. So align your heels with the back edge of your mat and take wide stance. You can measure once more. Spread your arms out, get the visual there. Deepen your breath. Point your 10 toes straight forward, hands to your hips. As you spread your toes, again, remember to put weight into the pinky toe sides of your feet. Hug your legs towards one another, towards the midline. Lifting the right heel off the ground. Pivot on the ball of the foot to turn the toes out 90 degrees. Plunge your foot down and straighten your leg. Yeah. Now lift the heel up. Pivot on the ball of the foot to turn the toes forward. So heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. Yeah. All right. Gonna try that again, and we're gonna add one more later. So the alignment here is when you turn the front heel. So if I'm turning my left foot, that will be my front foot, my front heel. Aligns with the straight line to the arch of the back foot. So I'm showing it very shortly here. So arch of the back foot is right here. So imagine my legs are spread wide apart. So if my foot has to be in that alignment right here. That's a variation. Some other teachers show it heel to heel. This is a little bit more accessible. So front heel in a straight line to the arch of your back foot. And you can try that with your feet as close as they are, like Tadasana. So you lift, turn 90 degrees and lower. And right there, the heel in line with the arch. Yeah. Now we're gonna do that with wide stance, Utthita Hasta Padasana. So stretch your arms out and spread your legs in a wide stance. Very good. Spread your toes, point your 10 toes straight forward, hands to your hips. Deepen your breath. Put weight into the pinky toe sides of your feet and hug your legs in towards one another. Lift the left heel off the ground, pivot on the ball of the foot, and turn the toes out 90 degrees, right? Straighten your leg. Now you look at the front heel and make sure that that heel, if you were to draw an imaginary line back, it lands at the center of your ankle. If it's not aligned, like in my case it isn't, I'm gonna move the back foot to adjust. Right there. It's easier to move the back foot than the front foot. Yeah, right there. Awesome. Now back to center, so you bend the knee and turn. So heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. A little break. You're gonna take a wide stance. Spread your toes. Toes pointing straight forward, hands to your hips. Keep the left foot rooted, lift the right heel up, pivot on the ball of the foot to turn the toes out 90 degrees, straighten your leg. Now check that the front heel makes a straight line to the arch of your back foot. I'm not there, so I'm gonna adjust the back foot. I have to move it a little more towards the front edge of the mat. Right there, straight legs, arms out, Utthita Hasta Padasana, hands to your hips, parallel the front foot with the back foot. So heel your feet back to center. Great. Shake your legs. Shake your legs. Really using that entry and those movements for so many poses. So it's like a very basic thing to learn and where the alignment goes. Okay. One thing I want to clarify and why I say lift the heel to pivot on the ball of the foot is because you already took the measure of your wide stance. You're already as wide as you need to be for the dimensions of your body, right? So if you don't lift the heel to pivot on the ball of the foot, see right there, I'm keeping the same stance. I'm not making it longer or shorter. If you, instead of lifting the heel and pivoting on the ball of the foot, were just to like rotate from the heel out, you're widening your stance. That's the reason why I don't do it that way. My teachers don't do it that way. So lift and turn keeps the same distance you already measured on your stance. Yeah? Okay, that being said, we're gonna move on to the next thing we're gonna learn for today. I'm gonna take a little bit of water. If you need to take water, drink some water, please do. And here it goes. Okay, we only have 2 more poses to learn. Big toes touching, just a little bit more of a warm up before we move to the next thing. Thighs back, shoulders back, navel and belly in. Inhale, arms up. Interlace your fingers, right? You're interlacing. Point your index and thumbs up. Navel in, inhale. Exhale, lean to the right. Press your feet down into the earth, lean to the right. Look towards the left, turn your head to the left. Little side stretch. Inhale back up. Exhale, navel to the spine, other side. Press your feet into the earth. Lean towards the left, turn your head to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale, release your arms. Grab your 2 blocks and place your blocks in line with the back edge of your mat. Like so. Like so that they're there when you take your wide stance. Line your heels with the back end of the mat. Take a wide stance. Spread your toes actively. Point your 10 toes straight forward. We're gonna move into Utthita Hasta Padasana. So bring your hands to your hips. Keep the right foot rooted. Lift the left heel up. Pivot on the ball of the foot. Turn the toes out 90 degrees. Straighten your leg and check that the front heel makes a straight line to the arch of your back foot. Adjust if you need to with the back foot. Now press your legs down, spread your toes. Imagine you had a block in your inner thighs and you're squeezing the block with your legs. Now move the front of the thighs into the backs of the thighs. Spread your arms out to the sides. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Begin to lower down towards the front leg. You have the block there. If it's too far, or not really comfortable, the idea is that the wrist and the shoulder make a straight line. So you move the block wherever you need it to be. Hug your legs in. Move the thighs back, especially that right thigh right here. You can put your hand right there. Move the front of the thigh into the back of the thigh. Navel into the spine. Turn your chest towards the sky. You can turn your head up. If you have any neck issues and that's uncomfortable, you can keep looking straight ahead. Very good. Turn up. Deepen your breath. Awesome. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, push down to your feet to come back up. Hands to the hips. Parallel the front foot with the back foot. Toe heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. Move the block off the mat. Line your heels with the back end of your mat. Take a wide stance. Spread your toes. Point your toes straight forward. Very good. Anchor the left foot. Hands to your hips. Lift the right heel up. Pivot on the ball of the foot. Turn the toes out 90 degrees. Align the front heel with the arch of your back foot. Straighten your legs. Utthita Hasta Padasana, arms stretched out. Right? Press your feet down, hug your legs in, thighs move back, right? I move my hands just to kind of show you. Thighs move back. Navel in, begin to lower down through the front, towards the front leg. Grab the block so that you adjust that the wrist and the shoulder are in the same line. The top arm goes up. Try not to lean forward, back with your body. So you open your chest towards the sky. Press your legs down. Bring your hand to the top of your left thigh and move it back. Belly in. Deepen your breath. Very good. Press your feet down into the earth. You're anchoring and rooting into the earth. Inhale. Exhale, press your feet down, come back up. Hands to the hips, parallel the front of the back foot. So heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. Very well. Yeah, Trikonasana. And you could do it with blocks slightly lower. Just start with the tallest measure and then you can work your way down from there. Usually this pose is done with, like if you see a pose for a teacher There may be no blocks, maybe just hand on the ground or hand on the front foot, the ankle. I'm showing you an easy variation to start learning, and then you can work from there, okay? All right, the next pose we're learning is Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana B. So take a wide stance once more. Very good. Spread your toes, hands to your hips. Anchor the right foot, lift the left heel up, pivot on the ball of the foot, turn the toes out 90 degrees. Very well. Align the front heel to the arch of your back foot. Awesome. And for this one, bend the front knee at a 90-degree angle, or as close as you can. Right here, I'm not even at 90. 90 is the knee in a straight line to the ankle. And what you want to avoid here is having this front knee, I'm going to shorten my stance so that you can see, going over the ankle. If that's happening, that tells you that your stance is too short. This is not really great for your knee because you're putting weight on the knee and the knee's not designed to bear weight. So what you want to do if that's going on is walk the back leg a little further back so that the knee is in a straight line to the ankle, and that's a lot of work. If that's too much, you can be a little further back here so the knee is not as deeply bent, and that is okay. This is okay, going over the knee is not, okay? So kind of like not being at 90 degrees is okay if that's where you can be, right? Press the pinky toe side of the back foot down, front of the thighs back, on your belly, arms stretched out to the sides, gaze over the tips of your front fingers. That's Warrior Two. Hands to the hips. Straighten the front leg, parallel the front foot with the back foot. And other side. Lift the right heel up. Pivot on the ball of the foot, turn the toes out 90 degrees. The front heel makes a straight line to the arch of your back foot. Adjust if you need to. Bend the front knee at a 90-degree angle or as close to 90 as you can get it. Remember not to let the knee go over the ankle. Deepen your breath. Press through the pinky toe side of the back foot. And as you hold your feet in, front of the thighs move back on your belly, arms stretched out to the side. Turn to gaze at the tip of your front fingers. Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana B. It's a very intense pose. Hands to the hips, straighten the front leg, parallel the front foot with the back foot. Toe heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. Right? The last pose we're learning today is side angle pose, Parsvakonasana, and it's very similar to Warrior Two. The shapes of the legs are the same because we're going to do something different with the torso and the upper body. Ready? Last effort. Take a wide stance. Spread your toes actively. Hands to your hips. Press the right foot down, lift the left heel up, pivot on the ball of the foot, turn the toes out 90 degrees. Check the front heel makes a straight line to the arch of your back foot. Adjust if necessary, which I just did. And bend the front knee at a 90-degree angle or as close as you can to 90 degrees, like you did in Warrior Two. Very good. Right there. Press through the outer edge of the back foot, the front of the thighs move back. You can bring, this is a variation, a modification, the left forearm into the left thigh, like so. Press through the back foot. Don't let that back leg sort of like sink down. You lift it up, strong. And slide the top arm along the side of your ear. So from your pelvis, make sure to press and root that right foot down into the earth, pushing down there. From the pelvis, lengthen up through the side of the body, rib cage, all the way up through your fingertips. Very well. Top hand to the hip. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back up, hands to your hips, parallel the front foot with the back foot. Toe heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. I know it's a lot of effort. Gets easier with time. Gets easier with time, but you never cease to feel the work that you need to do to be in the pose with the appropriate alignment that's healthy for your body, that's going to help you create more freedom of movement and feel better, really. That's the idea. And that's why I teach with all these details. Because you really want to be practicing to feel better, not just when you're on the mat, like, oh yeah, I'm stretching, but that you can sustain your practice throughout the years. It really requires proper alignment, so you do it with integrity for your body and that you create more freedom for your body and your movement. Take a wide stance. We do side B. Spread your toes. Hands to your hips. Front of the thighs back, shoulders back. Very good. Press the left foot down, lift the right heel up, pivot on the ball of the foot, turn the toes out 90 degrees. Make sure the front heel makes a straight line to the arch of your back foot. I'm not there, so I'm going to adjust it. Now I am. Bend the front knee at a 90-degree angle, or as close as you can to 90. Hug your legs in, thighs back. It's not pushing forward, back. Yeah, that's a lot of work. The back leg is lifted, it's not sinking, it's lifted and strong. Navel in, inhale. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. So from your pelvis, you're pressing that back leg, the back foot down into the earth. From the pelvis, lengthen and stretch through the ribs, through the arm, through your fingertips, and you look at the palm of your left hand. One more breath. I know it's a lot of work. Exhale, come back up. Hands to the hips, parallel the front foot with the back foot. So heel your feet back to center. Shake your legs. Yeah, very well. So those are the poses that I wanted to cover today. You can definitely come back to this video as many times as you need to practice them over and over again until you get the hang of it, becomes easier. And then there's a lot more details that we'll learn on this same poses that I'm not even covering right now. That's just sort of like basic alignment and actions to get you into the shapes of the poses in a safe way with integrity. And then there's a lot more to learn about refinements and all of that, and that will come with more practice, with a lot of other classes or workshops, etc. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. I'll see you next time. Feel free to do a Shavasana if you want to just lay on the ground and do a Shavasana. Or just kind of sit down for a moment so you transition, don't jump straight from what you were doing into your day. And if you have any questions, as usual, please feel free to drop me a line, email me. I'll be more than happy to answer, even watch a little video and give you some adjustments that you may need if you want to show me something. Thank you. Until next time.